So a little while back, I did a video of a video covering the story of a black American Jew. And he was essentially explaining his experiences as a black Jew, his experiences within Israel, and the realities of how black people are viewed in the Muslim world, or the Arab world, or even more specifically in Gaza, or quote unquote Palestine, where there is I guess a neighborhood of sorts that translates in its name to mean the slave quarters, where there are upwards to 11,000 black folks living there. Imagine having a place in America called, the plantation or something like that. And it's like black people are subject to live in that area. If that wouldn't cause a little bit of a hissy fit. So, I'm always been interested in the stories of people who are having these real life experiences, those people who are, breaking free from certain mentalities. Because when it's all said and done, outside of politics and the grander, scope of that, is the human story and our stories, right? Politics, I believe, is just a reflection of something that, we as people are experiencing. Social constructs and this and that, it becomes so abstract that we forget that it is about the people, what they're experiencing, what they're realizing, what they're waking up to. And so, every now and then we bring up individuals who are the least likely to maybe deliver some of these messages. And here's one of them. So this young lady right here, it's actually a video that was sent to me by one of my peoples. Shout out for those who send through my email or my DMs. I do my very best to get to everything I can. If I can't get to your message or whatever it is, I apologize, but I appreciate you. I love you. Thank you. But, came across this, and it happens to also be a video that I believe Tal Oran, I believe his name, Tal Oran, went over. So, I thought might as well get into it because it is something that's right up my wheelhouse.
I'm going to say this and then I'm through talking about it. You talk about Palestinians on this app, nobody even sees your video. And I thought TikTok was being rude. No, TikTok was hip to something. TikTok was on game before we were. See, us as black and brown women, we show up to blindly support any other person of color. Whole time, they hate us behind closed doors. It's like, yeah, they want our support. They want us to stand with them, but they hate us. And you know how you get it out of them? Situations like this. If you new here, I spoke up against Huda Beauty. Somebody mentioned Jeffree Star did, but you already know I called out Jeffree Star too. Jeffree Star and Huda Beauty are one and the same. Both of them are the same. So no.
So is Huda Beauty the pro-Palestine influencer who is wishing heinous things upon Jewish people? Is that her? Somebody tell me in the comment section if that's who that is. I have not covered that story yet. I don't even know the woman's name. Again, maybe that's her. If you guys want me to get into that story, I will. Right. But I just simply haven't gotten to it yet.
That don't get a pass. But, I read comments, oh, we don't really care about y'all. Black people are the lowest earning in this country. Well, we're not starving, like I said. And if you felt that way about us, why couldn't you say that when you was asking and crying in the camera for our support? We're sick of it.
Oh.
And that's my last time talking about it. I thought TikTok was being rude, suppressing our views when it comes to Palestinian content, but they were on game before we were. You never know who's helping you behind, you just can't see it.
Yeah, they were helping y'all from spreading ignorance is really what it is. When I see black folks crying out about some, free Palestine, etc., I know it has nothing to do with actual information, actual, evidence, facts, any of this. It has everything to do with emotions, feelings. It's the black and brown. It's the, neo-Marxist, oppressed versus oppressor. Even though if they knew the true story, it would be in reverse. The fact that black Americans are not gung-ho, lockstep with the Jewish people is mind-blowing to me. Like, what better cause to be standing with those who have been oppressed, those who have been victimized, etc., than that right there? And I'm not the guy who clings on to the victim narrative and, and holding on to that as your identity. But if you were to do that, what better people to stand with than the Jewish people right here, right now? So black folks are just waking up when they realize, oh, these people don't view us how we think it really is. Oh, the black and brown struggle. No. Are you a Muslim? Do you submit to Allah? Well, then get the hell out of my face. Oh, you might be black and submit to Allah, but second class citizen. Don't want my daughter being with a man like that. Don't want my son being with a woman who looks like that. This is the reality. I'm not saying that, it's this rampant racism against black people, etc. No, it's just about tribe. It's about clan. A different kind of clan, but, they're similar in their approaches as to how they deal with outsiders. Just say that. So black folks who have had a historic, strong relationship with the Jewish community. I mean, damn, I need to find this video again. It was a short video of Martin Luther King, Dr. King, stating how he is a Zionist. He believes in the Jewish state and for the thriving, not just the surviving, but the thriving of the Jewish state. He stood with the Jewish people as they stood with him throughout the entire civil rights movement. It blows my damn mind to think that black folks today are some of the most anti-Jewish, Jew-hating individuals. That we even have a Kanye West and that foolishness that he put out a couple months ago. And that there was enough black men who are willing to yell those dangerous words in that video. How did you find them? How was there that many of them? Because there's a lot of them. Even like Candace's audience, there's still black folks who are in there, or black folks who came back because she's no longer talking about black culture, etc. So it's like, okay, more comfortable, right? She's not pandering a little bit, but now it's, her target is an actual target. I don't believe she was targeting black folk. I believe she was bringing up, genuine problems in black culture, which was helpful. That's why I started following her in the beginning. But, the Jew obsession, right? That's resonating with a lot of black folk today. And then now they're standing up there with those silly flags, waving, talking about free this and free that. When these are people who voted for a terror regime to be their rulers. They need to be free from their own damn selves. I mean, what are we talking about?
So that's one thing TikTok got right. You talk about Palestinians, your video ain't gonna go nowhere. And I appreciate TikTok doing that, because we had no idea. We screaming at the camera, supporting them whole time they hate us. Good job, TikTok, because we ain't saying nothing. I can't speak for them, but I ain't saying nothing else about them. And I have pulled my support for Palestinians now that I've discovered so many of them are anti-black. And I'm not sorry. I will never take back what I said. This is my page, my views, my opinions, and I don't have to support nobody that don't like us. No, I don't have to support nobody that hate us behind closed doors and ain't afraid to show it.
Okay. So, yeah, even a sister with all the trappings of exactly what you would suspect, she's willing to think things through rationally, at least for the very moment. And that's all you need. All you need is just the ability to be able to put your group affiliation to the side and think from a place of reason and rationality. What are we doing here is oftentimes the question. Like, what is this? What are we doing here? Why are we doing this? What's this about? We're standing with, who are they? Why are we standing with them? What's happening to them, and what do they do? It's like the questions I would ask if somebody said, this person needs to be our enemy. I'll say, why? I don't just gung-ho, just, oh yeah, you're my people. So no. I say, why? What happened? They start telling me a story. All of a sudden, I realize that they're in the wrong. I say, hey, you're wrong for that. You need to go apologize. Hey, you're off. Nah, but she's tripping. She don't know what she did. Nah, but he. If you're wrong, you're wrong. I don't care if you're my people or not. That's just how I move. I'm not confined to tribalism, confined to any of these sort of ideas. What I'm confined to is being a child of the Creator, being a child of God, which means telling the truth, whether you like it or not. So I'm thankful that this woman is having her awakening. I'm going to call it, I was just thinking about it when she was speaking, the Pally pill. It's like, they talk about, oh, you're Drew pills, you're this, red pill, blue pill, the P pill. Well, that sounds crazy as hell. That sounds freaky and crazy. We're not going to do P pill. We're going to it's the Pally pill. Welcome to the Pally pill. She just took the Pally pill and she is awake. She knows that she has been Pallywooded. We're turning these into verbs, right? She has woken up to the reality that she has been lied to. There's been a propaganda machine who has been solely focused on bamboozling individuals like herself to support a dangerous ideology that, if it was in her proximity, would likely see her as a slave, or at best as a second-class citizen. Yeah. So shout out to sis. I don't know if the original page is mentioned, but I will give whatever the link that I received was to this video. All right. Some of these TikTok videos are hard to find. You know, some people post my TikTok videos and, you know, you may not know who the hell it even was. I'm just glad that the message is getting out, though. So till the next time, peace. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Now, if you'd like to stay around, make sure to click that little subscribe button down there, or you can show some love by going to the description below and clicking on the button titled Buy Me a Coffee. Leave a little something there, or click on the Cash App. Leave a little something here. Till the next time, peace.
Quitters. Word. I've been up for hours, I've been up for days, you. Staring at the ceiling, I've been counting strays, you. I've been in my feelings, I've been out of mind. I've been getting visions of the other kind. I've been up for weeks. I'm in the count of blessings over count of sheep. I can never be the type to limit when it comes to me. I used to be the pleaser for the people I ain't even need.